Welcome back to Old Man Disc Golf. How you doing today, Gary? I'm doing a voiceover because I forgot my mic. It was windy and snowing, but what I'm saying there is no excuses, Gary. It's snowing. We get out and play. I'm playing the front nine at my home course. Hole one is 450 feet. I'm throwing two off of one because I haven't warmed up. That first shot was a leopard three. It turned over a little bit. The second shot was an H7 or a F7. I'm going to play the second shot here. I'm right in front of the ditch, still about 150 into the green. I'm throwing my it. I land about circle one edge. So I'm going to putt here from about 25, 30 feet. I hit the cage. So I end up with a bogey on hole one. Hole two is in a winner position. It's about 280 feet. I'm just trying to throw something that doesn't turn over or go way left. Just trying to hit circle one. It almost turned over. I ended up about 10 feet from the out of bounds. But again, it's a shallow circle two. Almost made it there. So par on hole two. Hole three is all the way across the highway. It's a long walk. It's in the winter, well, it's usually in the winter position, not this year. It's just a putter turnover, 180 feet to the right. It has some guardian trees around the green, but it looks more wooded than it really is. Birdie. So back to even on the round. Hole four is in a winner position. I've had two aces in this hole, so it's one of my favorite holes in the course. I'm throwing an Envy here. It's about 180 feet, just a stock hyzer. And I skipped under the basket to about 15, 20 feet. Chains, cash. Now I'm one under for the round. Hole five, longest hole in the course. It is a winding fairway that goes around the corner. That field in the center that's a different color is OB. The tree lane on the right gets into danger. The fairway's 40 or so feet wide. I'm just throwing my it. The tee pads are snowy, so I'm not trying to get too crazy. I'm going to pick the it up and I'm going to throw it again. Got a great S curve flex shot out of it, and I wasn't sure if it was inbounds or OB. It ended up being inbounds by about 6 inches. Cash. Birdied five. That doesn't happen very often. Hole six is a tight left to right, back to left again. The trees on the right is very difficult to get out of. And the path and left of it is OB. This fairway is only about 30 feet wide. It's 305 feet or so total. I'm going to throw just an understable fairway. I'm hoping to flex it, but I ended up rounding on it and throwing a horrible shot right into the woods I said I didn't want to be in. I have nothing here. There's trees everywhere. There's a little bit of an opening. It looks like it's left on camera, but that's actually going backwards. And what I'm saying is I have a gap going backwards, but we don't go backwards on this channel. So I'm just going to take a buzz, my bacon and eggs, and I'm going to throw it through the trees and hope I get through. And I got through. I got through so well that I was worried about it going OB, but it stopped. Still 100 feet out. Feeling that envy. A little wobble. I'm within 10 feet though, so bogey back to even. I think I was actually about 20 feet. Twice first luck. Hole 7 is can be tough. That left side is overgrown in the summer. The gap down there is pretty tight with a lot of leaves in the summer. You're just trying to get something down there. Normally I throw a putter to the gap because the pin is to the right and further back, but in the winter position it's closer but further left behind all those trees. I decided to get a little aggressive and didn't hit the gap, so I ended up in the trees to the left. Here I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. The basket is actually straight through all those trees. I have no way of getting to it, so I'm going to throw out to the right and hope I get a skip over to the green. And I ended up hitting the last tree on the corner, but it gave me an open putt, a 30-foot putt, but an open putt. Cash. Didn't make the second one, so it was luck. Hole 8 is very wooded, lots of trees in the way, small gaps. There's a left gap for a forehand hyzer, there's a right gap for a backhand. I decided to do the left forehand gap on a turnover, but it hyzered out on me at the end. Ended up about 40 feet. Cash. It was luck though. Didn't make the second. Hole 9, I put the camera over here because if you get something going well, you can get to the basket. It's about 260 feet, but it's a so low ceiling, very narrow fairway. It's only about 20 feet wide. The path is OB. There is a river to the left. There was a branch hanging down right above me there, and I hit that branch. It was looking great, but it was a long shot. So I ended up with a par, 15-foot comebacker. Well, there you have it. So I'm going to walk and talk for a second, Gary. I'm just telling you, no excuses. Get out in the snow. I'm giving a shout out to the kids and the grandkids, Crystal, Dawn, her fiance, Zach, Jessica, her husband, Andy, Dylan, his wife, Sam, Balake, my man over in Illinois, Aubrey, and then all of my grandchildren. So, love y'all. Have, hope you have a great weekend.